Alright, we're trying a new camera angle this time. Hello, welcome to Wednesday's Work in Progress Day. Look, spinny. I'm so easily distracted. I finished my Deathwatch squad, with the exception of Mr. Painting on Camera. So, let's just pock that, get some focus. Okay, so, Mr. Frag Cannon, he is complete. I haven't written any text on his little scroll there, because life's too short to do that. Since it's not a competition piece, I'm not going to bother. So there we go, his backpack's all nicely done. And he is based and ready to kick bottom. This guy we've seen before, but I still like him. The Mentors guy. That shoulder pad came out really well. I'm dead chuffed with that shoulder pad. And this is Watch Sergeant, the Iron Hands guy from the Kill Team Cassius box set. Fury. I repainted his little chest eagle gold because I felt it needed a little bit more colour than just black and silver. I'm really happy with how his face has turned out, both the cyborg side and the human side. And that light, if you want to know how to do that light, then I do this effect in my Flash Gets' video series when I'm doing the snaz gun. But short version, it's Celestial Grey, then Ultron Grey, then some white dots in the middle, and then just some of this boyo, Gulliman Blue. Splotch it on, and then take off the excess with another brush until it looks about how you want it. Dead quick, dead easy, little light effects. The little glowing eyes, and I don't think this guy's got any other things. Yeah, the red guns, the glowing eyes. I'll probably even also do the silver bits because how I do the shoulder pads as well. I'm basically going to do part 2 of the Deathwatch series, where I just paint the details. Like the black armor was such a long video. The painting the details video is probably only going to be about 15 minutes at maximum, because there's only so many different kinds of detail to paint on these guys. And then the next Deathwatch video after that will probably be dealing with a vehicle of some kind, probably a rhino. So we've also got this guy who's the Elmer Fudd of the group. He's hunting Xenos. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting Xenos. He's got his little spec scanner out. He's ready to shout, "Oh my god, they're in the ceiling." Thumbs up if you remember that reference. Is that shine or is that doozer? That's some doozer. I need to fix that. I have splodged some gold paint on the back of his leg at some point. So don't look at that I'm pointing at. This guy's a Black Templar. That shoulder pad is Xandri dust through to... ooh, I think it's Pallid Witch Flesh at the very highlightiest. But it's definitely Xandri dust, then through Terminator Stone, which is actually an airbrush paint. I don't remember, I think that's actually an edge paint, but it's basically really close to a Shapti Bone. Or Screaming Skull. And then a little bit of Pallid Witch Flesh mixed in at the end for that transition. Because I'm probably not going to do all of the shoulder pads in the Deathwatch videos, because there's so many. There's basically an infinite number of shoulder pads for Deathwatch. I'm not going to make an infinite number of videos. Grenades. So yes, this guy's come out really well. I wasn't sure about the pose because I didn't have the arms on. Yeah, I wasn't sure about his pose and how it would look, but it does look like he's kind of scanning. It's like, oh, what's over there? Deal. So yeah, he's come out quite nice. And lastly, White Minotaur. Is that Doozer? Or is that... no, that's on my screen. Yeah. This guy is a generic marine with his combi melter. At some point, I've got like 5 guys with just bolt guns to make for this squad, so that the bolt gun guys can die rather than guys with combi melters. Yeah, these guys' jobs is to teleport in and go shoom, shoom, blow something up. But I don't play much because I don't have anywhere to play. But that might change soon. And I finished one other model, which was kind of a speed paint. And there'll be a video for this guy on Saturday. So did you know Games Workshop have made a new game? It's called Soul Wars. It's full of ghosts. Spoopy ghost. Spoopy ghost? I'm a spoopy ghost. Yeah, I had this guy sitting around in my bits box. And I was like, yeah, I have a Nighthaunt just knocking about from an old project that I'm never going to complete because it's been broken up and bits of it used in different things now. And this is a Harlequin's mask going on here, because this guy was going to represent the Executioner psychic power that a Farseer was casting on a Lord Commissar in a little diorama I was making. It was going to be a duel, but I think this technically wouldn't count because this would be a 3rd model. Yeah, I was going to do this guy up all ethereally, looking like he's a psychic manifestation from the Farseer, and he'd be like behind. Let's pretend this guy is the Commissar, and he'd be like, "Whoa!" and the Commissar would be pointing his gun that way and be like, "I'm going to shoot you," and the psychic's like, "Haha, no, you're not." But that project, I dropped him. It wouldn't be a Wednesday work in progress if I didn't drop a model. That project is long dead, and all the models repurposed for other things now, except for this guy. So yeah, I replaced the little skull head with a Harlequin's mask, which I think looks dead creepy. So if you're going to have multiple Cairn Wraiths, there's a very easy little conversion for you. And this guy, yeah, painted him in about 3 hours, no airbrush. Not many different colours, actually. And very little glazing, no layering. Some dry brushing. But this transition, this is all loaded brush / one brush blend, depending upon who you talk to. Basically how Ben Comets of Painting Buddha paints stuff. And I wanted to practice it, and I was like, you know what, that would be a pretty good way to do a transition on Nighthaunts. So I practiced it a bunch on bases. Sorry. In our house we call these biscuits for some reason. I've got another one over here. So yeah, practiced my spoopy transition. Picked one. I preferred the paler one. So that's the one you'll see in the video. And went to town. And for the most part, it all worked out really well. And you'll see in the video when I upload it that some areas didn't work out great. Like painting loaded brush inside this cloak was almost impossible. So inside the cloak is mostly glazes for the transitions and a bit of wet blending, which was impressive in this heat, as it's 28 degrees in here today. We're having a heat wave, don't you know? Yeah, but the outside, the one brush blends, the loaded brush worked really, really well, and it was really great. And he's turned out quite good, especially now he's got a matte coat on him. For those that want to know, I had this recommended to me by an heavy metal painter. This stuff. This is what I use. Give it a really good shake, because otherwise all the talc separates and goes to the bottom. But this is what I use for matte coating things. It actually comes up slightly satiny, but that's fine. This is what it looks like when you airbrush it on. When you paint it on, it goes a little bit glossier with a paintbrush. But yeah, it comes out nice and matte. Very little shine going on, but there's a tiny bit there. It's not like super matte. And I just, try and avoid shiny areas. But this guy had nothing shiny on him at all, because he's dead. Dead things don't shine, is my policy. If you see my Sepulchral Guards video, you'll know. You'll know that dead things don't shine. So that's what I've done this week. What am I doing next week? Well, I'm glad you asked, Timmy. Yeah! These guys. These guys that everyone's been waiting for. Yeah, I've not touched these in like 2 weeks. But they're coming. And it's appropriate because we're in a heat wave, and so Fire Slayers, and it's hot. And Fire Slayers are hot, aren't they? Or is it just a metaphor? Who knows? So they're coming, these boyos, with their orange heads. And after that, don't know, really. Spike Claw Swarm, maybe? Maybe something else. Depends what I feel like. Probably some more Deathwatch, though, because I'll pretty much always be painting Deathwatch. I got given some free gifts. I got given some of this stuff. This is Reaper's Master Series Paints High Density Pigment Black. I haven't tried it yet. But the lovely chap who owns Waverley Games, which is near me, it's my localist of hobby stores, I guess. He got given some of this by a rep, and he was like, "You paint models?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, yeah, it's my name. Try this stuff out and see what you think." So I'm doing that, but based on what he showed me, this stuff looks like it comes out pretty good. And you can't turn your nose off at free. So I'm going to give these a go, and if they are as impressive as I think, I will try and get my hands on like a starter set or a box set that's got more different colours in. Because I've heard very good things about Reaper's flesh tones, especially non-Caucasian flesh tones. So if you don't want your entire army to just be full of white people, Reaper are the people to go to. So I'm going to try those out, see how they go, and then I'll let you know, and then I'll get a whole set and I'll do an unboxing on them and a review. If they're good. If they're not good, then there won't be no video, and you'll probably hear about it in the next vlog where I'll go, "You remember those paints I got? They were rubbish." But no, from what I've seen, they should be pretty good. Curious to see how a high density pigment. I don't think this will go through the airbrush very well, just a guess. High density, you know, it sounds like it'll clog. But I've not read much about them online, and it was, yeah, spur of the moment thing. I'll probably paint some orcs as well. I've still got Captain Badrook over here. Where are you, mate? There you are. Remember this guy? Yeah, nothing's changed on him. Apart from this, check this out. Boop. I ripped his arm off so that I could fix that line, which I haven't actually fixed yet. But also so I can paint these. I was just like, I need to pull that arm off. So, some brute force later, the arm is now off. And I can paint behind that. Same with his head. Gooey. I'm not going to even try and pull that off though, so I can paint it in there. It's not a good idea. That'll just break. Answers on a postcard for what you think I should paint on his little cloth here. I don't think I can do a treasure map, I don't think my freehand's that good. But skull and crossbones, just dags all around, checkers, yeah. Just leave a comment. I'm supposed to inspire a conversation in the comments. Also ask me questions, and maybe I'll answer them next week if I haven't answered them in the comments, although maybe I'll do that anyway. And I'll actually get organised for once and print off some stuff or and put it on my side, and I'll be like, so-and-so asked a question, and here's the answer. But, yeah. Ooh, that's some music in the background. I hope that doesn't get me a copyright claim. So, that's it. All together now. He's behind you. Bye.